Mia Slavenska was my mother. This is her story. For most of my life, she made a living teaching ballet. But she lived in the past, when she had been a celebrated ballerina. She didn't want to be forgotten. She spent over 20 years writing her memoirs. Shortly before she died, I promised that I would tell her story. That promise has brought me here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. As soon as I made the promise, I realized that I really didn't know much about her life in her glory days. You see, I didn't really believe that the life of a ballerina mattered. Her memoirs sat on her desk. I opened them for the first time. And that's when this journey began.
I was born in the beautiful land of Croatia on February 20, 1916. My mother told me that we came from the aristocracy. She had grown up in wealth during the days of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But her family lost its fortune, and she married my father, a modest pharmacist.
I was premature. Because I was so thin and wouldn't eat and so on, the doctor suggested some kind of gymnastics. And my mother was struck with ballet, so she talked my father into it, telling him, well, why not ballet? She'll also become graceful.
And Mia always said she never would have been a dancer if her mother hadn't beaten her into it. Now, I don't know if that's true, because really her whole being was in being the artist.
When Margarita Froman, a former Bolshoi ballerina who had also danced with Diaghilev's Ballet Russe, formed Zagreb's first national ballet, Hedda immediately enrolled my mother in Froman's school. Froman saw something in the young girl and took her under her wing.
I made my debut in a dance called La Sylphide. Mother explained to me that sylphs were spirits that live in the air. That was all I needed. When I floated out onto the stage, I became that tiny sylph. I did not pretend. Then the thunder came and I was frightened by its roar. Ivo Rajic, Croatia's most famous actor, shouted over the applause that I was an angel sent from heaven. He jumped onto the stage, lifted me on his shoulders, and carried me out through the streets as my parents and the crowds followed behind.
Nasha ballerina.
I was 6 years old.
She had her own evening at 12 in Split and after that in Zagreb. I svi su je slavili. Svi su rekli ona je sjajna. To je bilo pitanje umjetnosti.
Mother saved all year from father's meager salary. When I was 11, our yearly ritual began of spending summers in Vienna and Paris to study and see the latest developments in dance.
Mia was lucky to be born in the first quarter of the century. There were extravagant things going on in dance. Both the ballet and modern dance were engaged in radical experimentation. She certainly was aware of this.